Hey guys, welcome back. And now we're talking about alt text. And all alt text is describing images. The purpose of alt text is to describe the image content for search engines and visually impaired users. The best practice for alt text is to use descriptive alt text that includes relevant keywords. A lot of people just forget to add in their alt text whenever they're adding in their images, and that's a missed opportunity for your images because you're able to, over here you can see in this example, like without alt text, this is just what it's called. It'll either pop up as nothing or it'll pop up as like whatever the name of your image is. And then over here you can see with alt text, see this is an airplane landing. And so really that helps Google not only with the image description, but also people that are using screen readers. And so that just helps that user journey just a little bit more. But also you have that opportunity to add in those keywords to better your SEO for your website. And that's also how your images can find themselves inside of Google's image library. And so we're going to break into those other pages that we've used, like the last couple of lessons, and I'll just kind of show you which ones have alt text and which ones don't. So here we're going to go into, we'll go back up here, 10 easy pro tips for maintaining blonde at home. And we're going to go here, and we're going to go to our images, and you can see there's 70 images on this page, and then there's 10 without alt text, and there's 69 without title tags. And so here we can see the alt text right here is blonde-haired woman with green tank top. And while that's a great alt text, it's also a missed opportunity for pro tips for maintaining blonde hair at home. You can say, blonde woman caring for her hair at home. And then here, let's see, alt is here, quiz banner. And then here we can see what the alt text is for that. There is no alt text for this one. You can see that there's a 0. And so this is a missed opportunity for this product and how it pertains to keeping your hair hydrated. You could say the Goldilocks Ultra Hydrating helps blonde hair stay hydrated for care at home. And then down here, you can see blonde hair before and after photos using purple shampoo and with the plug to their purple shampoo. This is the perfect alt description. I don't have anything bad to say about that. And here you can see color wheel. Another way you could say is purple shampoo versus blonde hair, example using color wheel. And then down here, take caution with oils. And then here, hair care lineup with geometric bottle. You could say blonde at home hair care lineup using geometric bottles. Because the thing is that the image title and the alt text are two completely different related things. And so you can have that say whatever you want it to say because you want it to say whatever it is pertaining to this article. Right, this is a Goldilocks bundle, but you want to kind of reiterate the point of the article saying this is for blonde hair care at home and this is your hair care lineup. Like hair care lineup, Goldilocks hair care lineup for blonde hair at home. And that has a chance of going into Google. And then here you see the Pinterest pin, and that's just an embedded pin. So that's it for Goldilocks, and we'll go over to the next one to see how they used images on their website and with alt text. So we'll go back up here. We'll go over here to images. There's 15 images on the page. There's 0 without alt text. So we know that they're doing that right, but I can just give you an example of what they did for their alt text. And so, how to take care of blonde hair. I would maybe add at home because that's what you're trying to go for. But either way, that's a great alt text. And here, best dry shampoo for blonde hair. That's perfect. Deep conditioning. Let's see what that is. Moisturizing hair mask for dry, damaged hair. I would maybe say moisturizing hair mask for blonde, dry, damaged hair. That would just kind of give it back to the overall theme that it's for blonde hair, not just for every piece of hair. All right, alt tag hydrating color safe shampoo and conditioner. And again, I would say perfect for blonde hair. You know, just kind of tie in blonde hair somewhere in there. Purple shampoo. Olaplex purple shampoo for blonde hair. See, just like that. Tone down the heat. Best curling iron, Denver Hair Salon. This is their plug into them ranking at Denver, but you can say best curling iron for blonde hair, and then you can have your Denver Hair Salon if you want to, but you don't necessarily need to do that because this image has absolutely nothing to do with Denver. They're just trying to put themselves in like a local plug, but there's 10 other ways that you can do that. That's a little bit more seamless than the way that they plug that in there. And then here, 12 benefits of leave-in conditioner and sunblock. Again, 12 benefits leave-in conditioner and sunblock for blonde-haired women, something like that. And here, with this alt text, the trim should have somebody getting a haircut that has blonde hair, because that is what this article is all about. So I would maybe change that there, because best haircuts in Denver, how to take care of blonde hair. As a brunette, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and so it doesn't really vibe well. So the chances of that getting into Google is not very likely. And down here, stay away from the pool. We're gonna come down to unbreakable blonde, leave-in conditioner for blonde hair. See, just like that. Add Olaplex to your routine. Olaplex number 3, bond repair. I would say Olaplex number 3, bond repair for people with blonde hair. Swap out your shower head. Again, everybody keeps talking about the shower head with these things, but nobody wants to show you an example of one shower head that would work. And so just seeing an image of a shower head that works would plug in very well here. And then that's the end of that. Now we'll go over here to check out the alt text on this page. Images 14 without alt text 1. So we're going to come here and we're just going to inspect. So you can see the featured image does not have an alt text, which that's a missing opportunity. So you can say how to maintain blonde hair, the complete guide, as the alt text for that image. And then here, hand holds up a bottle of color motion plus shampoo. Again, that's a missing opportunity for adding for blonde hair, because that could show up in the search results for blonde hair products. And then here, bottle of Indigo Color Brilliant Shampoo is passed from one hand to another. While it does describe what's happening, but bottle of Indigo Color Brilliant Shampoo for blonde hair is passed from one hand to another. And then here, Ultimate Repair Shampoo, Mask Miracle Hair Rescue, and Protective Leave-In. I would say protective leave-in products for people with blonde hair, because that's what the article is about. And then apply a weekly hair mask. And then here, back of model's head with long damp hair. They're missing the mark here. You can say back of woman's head with long blonde damp hair. Their hairdresser holds up the Ultimate Repair Miracle Hair Rescue. And then down here, we have Ultimate Repair Protective Leave-In and Miracle Hair Rescue on a marble surface. Again, they're missing the mark. You know, you could say Ultimate Repair Protective Leave-In and Miracle Hair Rescue for blonde-haired people on a marble surface. But the fact that it's on a marble surface, like, it doesn't really matter. but it can matter for screen readers. But just saying that this product, like this whole article, is about people with blonde hair, and this image doesn't say anything about people with blonde hair. So even somebody using a screen reader may not know that that is best for people with blonde hair. And then we'll go down a little bit further. Hand holds up a bottle of Glam Mist. And again, it's just like, what does this have to do with blonde hair? That's what you kind of want to keep reiterating inside of this article, because that's one of those things that can help you rank better. Hand holds up bottle of Glam Mist, which is perfect for blonde hair. Then over here, a close-up of a model's straight blonde hair being trimmed by a hairdresser. Again, you don't have to say that that's a model. You can just call it a person. You can just say person with blonde hair being trimmed by hairdresser, and then plug in your salon name. That would be the easiest way to kind of get the best of both worlds. You can fit in your keyword, but you can also say, that this is just a person. It's just a client. Nobody cares that it's a model, and you can't even tell. So you can just say person or client and just kind of let that picture tell itself, and just say that they're getting a trim at our salon. And then how to keep blonde in between appointments. And here's your video, and here's your shampoo. And then here's the plug to shop now. Really get your point across, whether or not it's for screen readers or to just let Google know what your images are all about. It's that way to tie in either your brand name or the keyword that you're going for, and just really send it like a full picture of what your article is about. And there you go. Like it really is that simple. It takes just a few minutes out of your day to make sure that your website is completely optimized as far as the images go. And up next, we're going to be breaking down video and how it's important for your website. And I'll see you there.